Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Michelle Scott. I am the current president-elect of CHIA, the California Healthcare Interpreting Association, and the chair of the conference committee for 2022.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jose Garcia. I'm the chairperson of the board and the chair for the education committee.
We have a few changes this year to the call for presentation proposals. So we wanted to create this little tutorial and hopefully give people an idea of what those changes are and prepare you for submitting your proposal.
We have created this online form to help you and to help us when you're submitting your proposal for presentation.
So here we go. We're going to go through this form very quickly with you. This is our 2022 oral presentation proposal. If you are interested in submitting for a poster presentation, that will be a separate proposal form that we will have available shortly. Our conference this year will take place May 13th and 14th in San Jose. And you have right below there the most important date, which is that these proposals are due no later than February 11th, which is a Friday, by 5 p.m. And we will plan to notify all presenters of either acceptance of their proposal or declination by Friday, February 25th.
Yes, and remember, you may submit a proposal for either or both, either a workshop, which is 2 hours in length. These are done Friday morning, and we have a limited space for 4 workshops. Very important that these workshops must be eligible for performance-based CEUs with CCHI. The other category is for breakout sessions, which are 60 minutes long. These are for Friday and Saturday. They also must be eligible for CEUs.
And a little bit further down, we'll show you which accrediting bodies we will be submitting applications to. We've provided a list of some ideas of conference topics that you can submit for. This is not by any means an exhaustive list. We of course want topics that are relevant to the conference theme. This year's theme is Give Your Skills a Booster. So thinking about skills that interpreters need in the current situation, the current workforce. But we also have a list of other topics there that are generally of interest.
Yes, this form reflects the old form, which it's listing some very important information. So please read through it, pay attention. We are letting you know what audiovisual support we provide and we do not provide. And of course, as we all know, we need to come prepared.
There are many benefits to presenting at the CHIA conference, and we've listed a few of them. The main thing we want to point out here is that it is now more and more common for interpreters to receive CEUs for presenting at conferences. So check with your accrediting body and see what their rules are for that.
Yes, now we come into the personal information for the presenter or presenters. The typical, you're going to need to enter your name, your email, your phone number in case we need to contact you when we're not able to reach you via email. Please enter a personal bio that is no more than 100 words, and whether you are a content expert for this proposed activity. 99% of the information we are asking in this form, it's information that we are going to need to enter when we apply to any of the CEU's accrediting bodies, like CCHI, IMIA, the Washington State. They ask, some of them are going to ask for all of this information or part of that information, but we want to be prepared, and that is why we are asking you all of this information. That is the reason.
Exactly. And not being a content expert for a particular activity does not necessarily exclude you from qualifying for to be accepted for the presentation. Again, it's simply something that we need to know in order to apply for CEUs. And we're very interested in promoting novice presenters, first-time presenters, and getting new people constantly available and getting people experience as a presenter, as a conference presenter. So this is a new question on our form this year. We're interested to know if you have presentation experience. If you don't, it's okay. You can just say that you don't, or say none available. If you are a seasoned presenter, we don't necessarily need to have all of your presentation experience, but if you could give us about 5 examples of relevant experience, that would be great. Just the year and the venue would be fine. And if you have presented at a CHIA conference, it would be helpful for us to know that too, particularly in case it's been prior to the years that Jose and I have been helping to coordinate this.
If for any reason you are required to get your employer's authorization to attend this conference, we just want to remind you to start that process, start that conversation with your employers before you submit this proposal or right after. We just want you to be prepared in that aspect. So following, there is going to be the same information if there is a co-presenter. We need the same information, the name, email, phone number, a bio of no more than 100 words, and what else do we need, Michelle?
All of the same information is asked here, and this is probably a good time for us to make sure that everyone knows that this is going to be an in-person event this year. Of course, we said at the top, this is going to take place in San Jose, California, but sometimes we get questions. Sometimes presenters want to know if the main presenter is on site, can the co-presenter participate by video? And the answer to that is no. So if you do have a co-presenter, both presenters are required to be in person at the event. The reason for that is just simply due to the quality of audio visual and making sure that we have a very high quality experience for the attendees. And we will have in place a comprehensive COVID protocol that will be available on the CHIA website. It will be available on Facebook. We will make sure to communicate that to everybody because safety is our top priority. But just again, to reiterate that it is necessary to be in person for both presenters. Having said that, we are limiting presenters to 2. There is a discounted registration for presenters, and this year, again, for safety reasons, we are requesting that you have no more than 2 presenters per presentation.
Yes, okay. Presentator title. This is what the first introduction, like remember, first impressions are very important. So make sure your title reflects what you want, the message you want to convey. One sentence, please don't make the title a 100-word paragraph. Try to make it concise, to the point, and then you can enter a presentation abstract, no more than 100 words. That is where you can explain what the message you want to convey in detail. We need 3 learning objectives as a minimum. Learning objectives are very important because this is going to tell the accrediting CEU accrediting body that at the end of the presentation, attendees are going to prove that they have learned something.
Right, so think of these as takeaway messages, of takeaway skills or takeaway knowledge. So you can think about, the beginning to this might be, by the end of this presentation, the attendee will, and what would be the ending of that? What are they going to learn, or what skill are they going to obtain? It's helpful to think about these in terms of action words. And there are plenty of examples online, but if you are not sure how to write a learning objective, you can reach out to either Jose or myself, or you can also look at the different accrediting bodies that have examples of how to write these learning objectives. And very quickly, I'm just going to go back to the presentation title and abstract. We know that sometimes presenters, you recycle activities from one conference to a next, and that's absolutely fine. If this has been presented at a previous conference, there's no problem with that. But just remember that this is that our conference is geared toward healthcare interpreters, and there may be others in the mix. For example, language agency managers, staff from hospitals, and other organizations that work with language access. So keep that in mind if you are reusing or recycling a presentation, that you may want to focus your title and your abstract on the CHIA audience.
Here is where you are going to select whether you are submitting a proposal for a workshop, 2 hours, or a breakout, which is 1 hour. Remember that you can submit multiple proposals, one proposal for each topic, whether it's a workshop or a breakout. And please indicate whether you have already obtained CEUs for this workshop or breakout session. And please let us know if those CEUs are for CHIA, MIA, RID, Washington State, or any other CEU.
And with regard to the performance-based CEUs, again, considering safety, workshops are intended to be interactive typically. Keep that in mind, though, that with this year, we will try to space people out as much as possible and have those protocols in place, such as masks. And just try to, if you do have an interactive activity, try to keep safety in mind as much as possible. And then this is the last part of the call for presentations, which is the proposal agreement. We're not going to go through each of these items, but we do want to make sure that you take close care in reviewing them, and you will check each of these boxes to show that you have read each of them and that you agree with them. So this is information that you need for submitting the proposal, for presenting your proposal at CHIA, and other really important information, for example, how many copies of materials you need. Note that anything with a red asterisk is a required question. That means you will not be able to submit your form unless that is complete. So if you do have any questions on this document, you can contact us. Jose and I are very happy to help anybody in completing this form. We know that doing an online form may be a little bit new for some folks. However, we really think that it's going to ease the process significantly instead of having to put everything into that Word document, which was the old method. So we've got something new in place. We're excited about this. As Jose said, you're welcome to submit more than one topic. And I'm very excited to see what folks come up with this year. We're super excited to be with everybody in person and to have a wonderful reunion, an in-person reunion with all of our CHIA friends and family.
Yes, this is going to be our 22nd annual conference, 21st in person, 2021. It was our first virtual conference, and we hope that we don't have to do that again, just because of the reason, not because we didn't enjoy it or any other reason. In fact, it was a very pleasant experience, and we plan on having an event, not necessarily a conference, but a one-day event annually or biannually that is going to be a virtual event based on that experience. We're really looking forward to seeing some of our friends that we have made over the past 10 to 15 years that we have been attending CHIA or more. But we also welcome to meet new friends. Every year, we have maybe 20-25% of our audience is a first-time attendee. And we are so happy to welcome you. Looking forward to seeing all of you. We want to treat you as our guest, as our family, and really looking forward. And we all at CHIA really appreciate you presenting at our conference. you are part of the conference, you are part of CHIA, and we appreciate you and everything you do.
And we know, we anticipate that some folks will ask what will happen if we, for some reason at the last minute, cannot have an in-person conference. That is part of our protocol. We are anticipating that. But from the presenter side, what we want to reassure you of is that if for some reason we cannot have this in-person event, then if you are accepted to be a presenter, we will absolutely be giving you an opportunity to present your topic virtually. So we understand that not everybody's topic lends itself well to video or to virtual. And if it comes down to that, and if you're not able to present by video, if you're not able to record it, or if you're not able to present in a virtual environment, we understand that, but you will absolutely be given the opportunity to do so if it's necessary for us to do that. We are operating right now as far as all systems going to in-person, and that is our 100% our plan, unless it's absolutely not possible to do otherwise. So we look forward to seeing you May 13th and 14th. Typically our event is held in March. We're giving ourselves a couple of extra months to get everybody safe and healthy. And so we look forward to seeing everybody in May this year.
We'll see you soon, everyone. Thank you.